Welcome back to Guy's Garage, the most pointless car or automotive YouTube channel ever. And behind me is a 2013 Nissan Leaf S. I've owned this since 2015, so about 2 years after it was sold originally to a person who took amazing care of it. It actually was in mint condition. Nothing was wrong with this car. Well, actually the visor broke, but the basic warranty still covered it. Actually the shocks back here in the tailgate were also going out at 25,000 miles. So I got those replaced. It was pretty much in mint condition, and I bought it for 30% of its value. 30%. It depreciated so fast, I couldn't believe it. And I've owned it for about 7 years now. And it's the best car for the value, but the worst electric car you can buy. It is the best car for the value. This is really, really cheap to run. Let me explain. This car is free to charge right now. These chargers, you can find them for free all over. I happen to be in California, but you can find them all over major cities for free. Not to mention you can charge at your house if you have solar, and you can not pay $6 a gallon in gas. It's crazy. The deal is really good. Well, you also don't have to change the oil. You don't have to change the antifreeze or the serpentine belt or the power steering belt. There's none of that. Let me show you. All right, so check this out. I popped the trunk, and actually this is really hard to get to. And holding a camera doesn't make it any easier. With this little portal mouth open, it's just crazy hard to open this thing. But look at this. There is absolutely nothing in here to service. This is like a radiator that I've never touched. It just cools like the motor and some other components, like the charger, I guess. Oh, I've had to replace this battery like 3 times. Every 2 years it'll go out. And it's so annoying because the car kills itself. Literally, you come out and all of a sudden nothing's working and the battery is at like 10 volts, which for a 12-volt battery is basically death. It doesn't need to get to 1 volt to kill itself. So the car somehow phantom drains this battery, but I just replace it for $90 every couple of years and it works out. I've never flushed the brakes. I don't know, I probably should. Other than that, I replaced the wipers. Those are like $10 each. See? Those need replaced still. The car needs a wash right now. It's kind of gross. I'm actually going to go do that. Another thing about this car is these tires. These tires are low rolling resistance, LRRs. And they're really, I think, mostly for electric cars. And to, I guess, reduce rolling resistance. I don't know why they don't put LRRs on every car and just save gas, but these are. And no tire person, at least a couple years ago, knew what LRRs even were, but I think they're slowly catching on. So these are Ecopias, and these are what the car came with at the dealer. They're pretty much the only tire that's totally approved for this car. And they wear out after like 30,000 miles. This car, something about the way the front end turns, it just eats through front tires. So I'm always having to replace the tires on the front, rotate the tires every 3,000 miles. It's really annoying. But there's not much to replace other than the tires and the wipers. So it's not too bad. The tires cost me, I don't know, about $120 a piece now. So they're not cheap. They're not cheap. Oh, I have to replace this wiper back here. This one has never been replaced. I probably should get on that. So as a car, it's cheap, it's economical, it's really ugly, but I'm in my mid-30s now, and I don't care what ugly means, which is sad. I should probably look into that with a therapist. But I don't really care that it looks like a fly or a roach or a bug that should be smashed on somebody's windshield. And other drivers let me know that by their horn usage and other things. As far as the value goes, it's a great value. As an electric car, it only gets 75 miles right now. Well, let me explain. The car comes out of the factory with about 100 miles on it. At most. That's if you're traveling like 50 miles an hour on the freeway in the right-hand lane, keeping the little bubble, the power bubble, in its first light. Well, let me show you. All right, this is the bad news. When you're driving down the road, this is absurd. So this bubble right here, this power meter this is max power over here. If you're on the freeway, you really have to keep it at like one bubble. Otherwise, your mileage indicator right here will significantly drop very, very fast. So as an electric car, this is ridiculous. So I'm charging right now. You can see I am charging at this charger. You can see the percentage going up. Watch it. We're quick charging. Level 3. 50,000 watts of power. And the car's at 83% charge, and it's only estimated to go another 77 miles. That's it. 77 miles. Brand new, this was like 100. So the battery has gone down. It has lost its capacity. This is the battery temperature. Look how ugly this dashboard is. It's chaos. Let me hit this little selector. If I can get my focus right. I mean, yeah, I guess it's a smart car. It has like economy and average speed and stuff, but I mean, come on now. This is pretty bad. It almost looks like a sci-fi car went wrong. All right. So, as an electric car, this is bad. It's really bad because you can't take this more than reasonably 30 miles one way. If I do, I'm nervous the whole time, depending on what kind of hills I hit, what kind of headwind I hit. Actually, if the wind is coming at me on the freeway pretty hard, I will notice it and I will lose range. I'm not kidding you. So that brings my mileage down to like 28 miles one way. And you can just imagine, if you go on Google Maps, go 28 miles in one direction, and you'll see that this is really limited. It's a terrible electric car. There's no active cooling. There's no battery cooling. It just is ambient cooling. So like in the summer when you're quick charging, the battery temperature rises. Somebody's yelling. The battery temperature rises really, really rapidly, and it further reduces the capacity of the battery. Oh boy. So why do I still have this thing? Well, because it's the best car money can buy. I mean, it's the best value, the best car, but the worst electric car. So I still have it. Also, I don't have to pay sales tax on something that I'm not buying or selling. So it just, every year I pay $120 in registration, and I drive this ridiculous looking bug around. It's got like pretty good features. I mean, it's got modern everything. It's a normal car. It's got 4 doors, power. It's got keyless entry. See? You got lock, unlock. You hold this down for that little ridiculous door in the front for the charger, and then it's got a regular panic button, backup camera. Oh, this right here, that was a hit and run from a parking lot. The back doesn't look terrible. I mean, it definitely looks better than the front. It's got a little spoiler. Trunk room is pretty good. I mean, that's not bad. It's deep, it's tall. It's got all the safety features. I mean, airbags everywhere. Car's a mess right now. That's having 2 kids. That's what happens. I'm not apologetic about that. It's got an auxiliary cable, Bluetooth. What can you ask for? What else? Other than range. Other than range. This car has terrible range. I don't understand why they sold it with 24 kilowatts. I mean, how hard is it to stick a few more kilowatts in the bottom of this car? I'll show you the port. This is called CHAdeMO. I don't know if you know that. I'm sure you probably do if you're watching this. This is the normal J connector that most electric cars or plug-ins have. That only charges at 30 miles an hour. This charges at like, I don't know, almost 100 miles an hour. There is how many kilowatts. This meter doesn't make any sense. The car has 24 kilowatts. There you go. Free charging. Well, I'm going to go to the store and get something for Mother's Day because I have 2 kids, and so I have 2 moms in my life to say congratulations to. So I'll take you on a ride in this electric car, and you can hear as I'm driving down the road, it has lots of road noise. I don't know why other reviewers are saying how quiet it is. The engines in modern cars are really quiet. You can barely hear them or feel them. So the noise this car has, because it's an economy car, it's the same as any car. It has a lot of road noise. Every bump you hit, you can hear it and feel it. Oh, also that might be because I inflated these tires to the maximum allowed. Like, why did I inflate the tires so much? Because every PSI that I can stuff into these tires, I save on mileage. It's brilliant. It's kind of scary because it tempts me to push fate and to really pump the tires up, because literally every PSI is like miles of range. And I don't know what's safe to pump these tires up to, but the maximum. And so to be safe, because I have kids and a wife, I don't go too crazy. But I'm wondering if there's any of you out there that have pumped up these tires beyond what's safe. Let me know in the comment section. All right, we're heading out of here. We're at 90%. The last 10% takes forever, and I never wait. I never wait. So I'll show you how to do this. First of all, you get your napkin. See? This is how the professional does it. You stop that. You come over here with your napkin, and you go like this, and that's it. It's just like a gas pump, but electric. All right, come over here. Look at that beautiful connector. All clean and shiny. All right, we're gonna take this out. All right, so here's how you start this thing. You've got to hold the brake, of course, and then you got to push this button. Did you hear that absolutely ridiculous sound? Now we got to shift into reverse. Got a backup beep. There we go. It has this high-pitched sound. I don't know if you can hear it. For pedestrians. Really high pitch. Oh yeah. Oh boy, makes me sick when I do that. I get motion sick so easy. It's crazy. All right, so now we're going to the store. But yeah, this thing drives like really easy. Actually, the throttle response is really, really fun. Passing people, you can start and stop instantly, and nobody can really tell what you're doing. So it's kind of scary how fast throttle response is. I wish I could show you, but I can't. That's really what makes this car so much fun. It feels like a go-kart. It just works every time. No hesitation, no lag. It just is the great car to drive. So I don't really have any complaints in terms of the handling. It's just a regular car, but that only gets 75 miles. Oh boy. There's not very much room inside. It's a subcompact, so if you have kids, it's not really that much fun. So that's why we got a 99 Sienna. We got the Sienna because we needed more room, but I'm in love with Siennas. I'm on the list to buy a new Sienna. I've been waiting since January. It's now May, and they tell me it's going to be a few more months. I cannot buy a new van, so I had to buy a used van. But I could think of other problems in life that are worse than waiting for a new van, but I will have to wait. On the dash, there's this really ridiculous tree that grows. I guess because you're saving Mother Earth or something. But this tree starts to grow as you drive, and other trees will cut. Like if you drive long enough, it will sprout multiple trees, like 2, 3, 4 trees. It's not really an incentive to go slow. The incentive to go slow is, do you want to be stranded on a freeway without any charge? That's the incentive. So there's eco mode. If you just hit this little stalk right here, like that, it'll take it from eco mode to sport mode or regular mode. And that's really, really responsive. Eco mode is slow compared to... See that power meter on the top there? Watch this. Oh, it makes me sick. But right now, at $6 a gallon here in California, driving for free is pretty nice. You can almost hear the quarters hitting the bottom of the piggy bank. All right, I digress. I hope you enjoyed the ride, the interior of this beautiful Nissan Leaf. And we're back. Thanks for watching and coming along with me for this beautiful 2013 Nissan Leaf. It's a pleasure to bring to you Guy's Garage and the ridiculous car stuff that I do here. And until next time, see you later. Like and subscribe. Peace out.